Greetings, everyone. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is Zara Berserk. I lost my mind last night, making a mistake in Surah Zaba at 50. So I'll be going to Surah Zaba 50 and correcting my mistake. So I just felt that, oh God, what I saw was, how could Muslims believe in this prophet who can marry his aunt, maternal aunt, and this means that if Allah says, then everything is right. You can't see the wrong, right? And that is true. If Allah says He can F believing women who offer themselves to Him, sorry, I have to use that word, then it's okay, it's right. That's what you're going to believe in. Otherwise, you'll go to hell if you don't believe in that. You'll be burning. Another thing is, last in my previous live stream, Andrew Tate came, started to say that he respects me, and there were other things he said. But let's start with that he respects me, and he called me sister. But when I told him that I called him a dog, I was really bad. Because of my vascular dementia or something wrong with me. That I didn't use the right word. You know, he was putting forth the reasons why this and that about women's rights and Islam and saving your soul and not burning in the fire to come back to Islam. So I and many other things like this. So I told him, you're like barking like a dog because your arguments. I'm giving you reasons and giving you proof that whatever you're saying is wrong against Islam. Fabricated hadith says Aisha was not 6 or 9. And so what I meant was he was failing in his arguments and not giving the right, like he didn't give me the proof. So let's see also, like he's saying that this one is the ex-Muslim I mentioned, this one is also lying. So let's see if ex-Muslims are lying, exaggerating against Prophet Muhammad, doing propaganda against Islam and Prophet Muhammad. So a few examples of what I'll show, I don't know. I'm not prepared for this, so please bear with me. And another thing is, I'm not going to go into detail about what happens. I don't want to right now. So it's not complete in detail, female rights in Islam versus respect for females in Islam. Like I told this brother, Andrew Tate, that respect is something else and the rights of females are another thing in Islam also. So, and then when I told him again that I called him a dog, and I'm sorry, I used the wrong example or whatever words, phrases. So he calls me an evil person. So his respect is gone now. He calls me an evil person. He doesn't see the evilness in his lies, telling lies and calling ex-Muslim liars, the ones I mentioned, or that he's lying, he said. And you see, he jumped to the conclusion that I'm an evil person. So for that, like his respect as a brother to me, as calling me a sister, and I respect you is this much. And how can I be evil? I'm not burning the people in hell. I'm not this, that, then he gives his on in Surah Baqarah 223. So especially this one, I want to concentrate right now on. Uh, I won't be going into details, okay, about female rights in Islam, the other things. If you're raped, or if the Sharia is, if you're in a Muslim country and there's a Sharia there, do you have to marry your rapist? What happens to you when you get raped? If you complain. So recently, I was just listening to watching Nada's story on Yasmin Muhammad's channel. And someone just said about Bertrand Russell saying that hell, that God has mentioned hell, it's totally, absolutely immoral. So Bertrand Russell's book I had, right? And I've forgotten that Bertrand Russell had said this, that, burning people in hell, this God, it's totally, absolutely immoral. This is the height of, it's horrifying, it's terrible, it's immoral, it's evil to torture human beings. Well, someone who has done something wrong, um, like Pharaoh, let's say if, according to the scriptures, religious scriptures, we say Pharaoh did something wrong. He was a zalim, he was a tyrant and all this. But God gave him respite, right? And then he gets used to it. He gets used to it. And it's very hard. It's a hard habit to break then, even if you want to come out of it. So God should not have given him respite. As for example, there was about my life, I was told that there's a witch, a sorceress after us. And so I was thinking, okay, so I went into deep contemplation, and what contemplation? Deep or some contemplation. And I said, wait a minute, like you can't stop smoking or drinking tea. And this is now so I'm trying to make myself understand, what if this sorcerer or sorceress, for example, it's become an addiction for her or them or him. What if that, right? An addiction. Or let's say I heard that someone tell me, uh, or I know that some people, like some tyrants, they're so psychopaths. It gives them, or whatever they are, whatever psychologists call them, it gives them pleasure to hurt others, sadistic, or is it masochistic or sadistic? So these people, they find pleasure in harming others. एक मजा आता है, एक मजा आता है. Someone told me that the person who she felt was doing black magic on her, like she asked her, why would you do this on us? And the lady said, there's this pleasure in doing it. I love it. I love hurting you people, right? So that also, why does God allow that? Giving shaitan, iblis, respite. And now when he's used to it, then he said, forever he's given, but Pharaoh, also giving Pharaoh respite time. Zulm Karlo, do the Zulm, and then I'll show you. And I've also like testing people. Excuse me, there's an ayat which says, I test you people against each other to see who believes in me. So he's giving, like, testing, testing each other, like, okay, you have this person who is doing zulm on you. Let me see your patience. God, isn't this evil? Like, why would he allow such a testing and testing us, that how much we believe in him? And he goes pink as we praise him. Oh, Lord, I love you. I love you. Don't worry about. Oh, I mean, I'm not. Look at my page. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Be patient. No, no, but really, it's like some people genuinely, some mominin, mominat, most of them, or all of them have to do this. Like Andrew Tate said about this ayat that women love it. They all agree to this, that they are tilt. So, okay, hopping from here and there. Surah Baqarah 2 to 3. Every moment believer, women, momina, believing women or females. I can't say women, right? Because they're girls. Or at the age of 9, they become women. Oh, God. And so, no, no, they have to love this. They don't have a choice here. You see? So, sharing with you this ayat here. Do they have a choice? And how can you speak about, are you the voice for all these Mormon women? Do you think maybe they don't like it, but they have to love it. They to, have to. When I told my teacher that you have to come to my auntie's party, she told my aunt, youngest aunt, when we went to her house, that ऐसा बंदूक उठा के बोलती है, like on her temple left side. Aunt said, "Where do you get the gun, Zahra?" I said, "Miss Tissa, no gun, nothing. They have to like it. They have to love it. Do they have a choice? Otherwise, they'll be burning in hell, cursed by angels the whole night or the whole day." So please, and that he's talking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see how we have brought about the propaganda against ex-Muslims, against Prophet Muhammad. Sorry. Yeah, respect. Let me show you a very good article also on this respect for women and what Prophet Muhammad. But there, on one hand, like for example, you see, there are hadiths of Prophet Muhammad. He killed very brutally, terribly, horrifyingly. Women also he got killed. And then on the other hand, you have the soft. So let's see, even in your own, from your own books, you can see that he's a tyrant. There are contradictions. Okay, so you would say the Umayyad side or his enemy Aisha's, even Aisha's this hadith is propaganda against your beloved, lovely, exalted character prophet. So now your women, I'll come back to this, right? Let me share. Oh, first let me show. Let me just correct this. No, these are sets of in Surah Asa 33, ayat 50. It's like set. So sorry, I made a mistake here. I just need to correct this and show you. I was mad for you Muslims. The worst that hurt me was that how can you, if so I this time I made a mistake here. Okay, this is the first time I made a mistake, misreading this ayat. So no, I was wrong, and no, the prophet is not allowed to marry his maternal aunts. I even posted on YouTube and Facebook, clicked, oh no, took a screenshot of this from my last live stream, previous one. And then I removed it. So I'm wrong. These are sets, like, and you are allowed to marry the daughters. Like, this is one set of paternal uncles and aunts. Okay? And then this is another set in Surah. This is for the Prophet, the daughters of your maternal uncles and aunts who have emigrated like you, and also allowed is a believing, this not needed. Where I made the mistake is I didn't see the set, like the daughters of your maternal uncles and aunts. I just saw this, right? I don't know why I made this and didn't see the comma here. And maternal aunts who have emigrated like you. I were okay. I'm saying sorry here. I'm correcting my mistake, but I feel that I lost my head last night. I lost it. Then I found it. So I rested, and I couldn't come to correct myself because I felt I needed rest more than to correct myself immediately about this. And I've got a bad, my voice is going some laryngitis problem. If I talk for 1 hour every day, I'll be gone. I don't know, I'm a weakling or something. Can't be a teacher. Okay, I have all these problems, health problems. And so, so this is, no, this is a set. And I knew, so I made a mistake. I apologize greatly. And I correct myself. No, he cannot marry his aunt, maternal aunts. But what is told here, what is said here, is the daughters of your maternal uncles and maternal aunts. Let's see. Right? These are sets. To Prophet wishes to marry her. No, maternal. The daughters. Your paternal, maternal, and the daughters of your maternal and the daughters of your maternal uncles and the daughters of your maternal aunts who have emigrated with you. Set. You see, daughters of the not only your maternal aunts who have emigrated. So I just don't know this time what happened to me. I apologize greatly, greatly, greatly. And to my, I just, but can you imagine like this happened that I was like more shocked, and how could the Muslims believe that, in this prophet, since I just saw this and I made a mistake here. So yes, this gave me a lesson that, you can believe in anything. The prophet can marry F anyone. That's okay because Allah has allowed him. Just imagine, right? If it was true, you would say, yeah, it's okay because these aunts, maternal aunts, he can marry or something. I mean, can it go this far that you would even then not leave the prophet? Huh? What if? So, like, okay, it's not that bad, but it is bad. It is very bad in other ways, like a married, the believer, certain. But I don't know whether would you still be a Muslim if and say he's got an exalted character? But if he was to marry his aunt, maternal aunt, and Allah told him in this Quran ayat, what would make you leave this religion? I wonder. If there was no hellfire or what? Okay, we have something great here. Look at this. This is a whole article by a Muslim. So, 7 verses that protect women, January 13, 2022, 7 verses that protect women. By whom is this article? We have a video here showing you. So I'm sure you heard that before. Muslim women are oppressed by their husbands. Huh? What about the ones who are raped? What happens then? Okay, what happens to them? In Dubai, I learned, every time I learned this, are these ex-Muslims lying that if you report rape case, you don't have witnesses, you go to jail. Oh my God, imagine a virgin getting raped here and I can't report. Huh? But another Muslim country, would I be stoned or what if I can't produce for witnesses? Andrew Tate? And look at this article here. While yes, some Muslim women like all other women may face injustice in their homes, it has little to do with men following Islam and more to do with the neglecting Islam. And if we truly want to rid injustice in marriage or protect women, we need to reform Islam, but rather we must return to Islam. Wow. Here are 7 clear Quran verses on this topic. Husbands must give women their dowry for what? Bridal gift of value upon marriage is for sexual intercourse, right? And give the women upon marriage. Please, this is in brackets. You notice, see? What a big deal. Husbands are giving this. I not want to be prostitute. Upon marriage or upon ujur or what? Huh? This ujur, no, bridal gifts. This gift for, which thank God I have not gone through, right? Can believe they like that. For what? Surah Nisa at 4, yeah. Okay. A woman must not be restricted from her wealth. Upon receiving her dowry, the husband is also prohibited from touching this. If she asks for divorce, what happen? She lose this. Or she not. But if you want to replace one wife with another, and you have given one of them a great amount, do not take back from it anything. Would you take it in justice? In injustice and manifest sin? No, you wouldn't. And how could you take it while you have gone in onto each other? You had the pleasure like a prostitute you went into. Oh, what a way, vulgar God. I not to sell myself like this. Thank God. Other, and they've taken from you a solemn covenant. Now, this solemn covenant is what? Marriage? Yes. Here we must say that it is marriage. Let's check the Arabic word in Surah, where is it? Surah Nisa. I'm just checking and opening a Surah Nisa. Ayat 22, I think. Oh God. I forget very quickly. 20. Oh, goodness. See, that's why I not want to have debates. I want to have good people come here. And you know what? I don't want your respect like this. I want truthful, honest seeing. I don't want your superficial respect. And if you, let's go to Quran.com on this. Solemn covenant. Yeah, here maybe Allah has put some good merit for you. And if you intend replacing a wife in place of a wife, sojourn in place of a wife, you're replacing a wife. Rep- and if you intend replace, this the badlikaran, oh my God, what this? Exchanging wife for in place of a wife. And what kind of a way Allah written here to take a wife? And you should be replacing a wife in order to take another woman as a wife, but no. And you have this mean another person's wife, and you have given one of them. It could mean that, but I'm okay. Heap of gold. Look at this. Okay, now I'm sharing this. Yeah, heap of gold. قنطارا. Oh my goodness. Then do not take away from it anything. Would you take a slender by and the sin open? Then it have to continue to 21, it says. So, right? In solemn covenant. Where it says say. And how could you take it back? Yeah, mithaqan ghalizan, strong. This mean marriage. Mithaqan, covenant strong. Not nikah. Aqad, covenant, mithaqan. This, yes, good. Not nikah. Okay? See this. Now, how I see it? I know it. Don't think I'm proud. Yeah, I know it because I've done my research well in this case. Right? I'm not joking. Your wives are, no. Oh, we go back to the article now. Yeah. So this Surah Nisa 20 to 21 here. So article showing. Yeah, now it's come. Then, okay, this solemn covenant. This is marriage, not nikah. Husbands must always treat women with kindness. Okay, the Quran implores men to treat women with kindness and respect even in times of dissent or disagreement. This means spouses must practice beauty in their speech and live with them in kindness. For if you dislike them, perhaps you dislike a thing, and Allah makes therein much good. Surah 4, Ayat 19. Wait a minute. Look at the whole verse, right? Find the whole verse and look at it. Don't give us when we ex-Muslim, we have to be very careful what we give, how we give it. We can't give a whole. If we don't give the whole verse, 19. I'll forget if I talk. Oh goodness. Let me see what the exact wordings. Surah Nisa at 19. I've come here to see, is this Surah Nisa at 19? So let's check. Believers, it is not lawful for you to become heirs to women against their will. It is not lawful that you should put constraint upon them, that you may take away anything of what you have given them. You may not put constraint upon them unless they are guilty of brazenly immoral conduct. You've even not given the, oh, I can't believe this, proper verse. The, see, I mean, now I have to check. Go to again. Go to this article. Sorry, it's not Surah Nisa ayat 19 here that you have the article has given. from onepathnetwork.com. 7 Quran verses that protect women in marriage. You see this? I've opened 419 here. O you who believe not just lawful for you that you inherit the women by force, so that you take a part of what you have given them. See, we all make mistakes. So, anyways, but so you should be immorality open, dislike. Ah, no, 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 it has come here. Yeah, this part. Sorry. That on top, it wasn't giving the whole verse. So, yeah, I've made a mistake again. Good, I came here. Yeah, this whole verse it didn't give outside. Treat them fairly if you happen to dislike them. Yes, here you may hate something which Allah turns into a great blessing. Not my fault. I thought the whole verse was given on Google search, but it's that's why I have to check everything. And if I make a mistake, I say I make a mistake. Thank God I came in Quran.com. Otherwise, outside, it doesn't give this part of the verse, which is given of 19, Surah Nisa 19, in this article. Okay. So I know I'm under a lot of scrutiny. Now, that's right. And end of forced marriages. End of forced marriages, really? Who is Zaid and what happened? Because this one Sahaba of Prophet Muhammad mentioned, his name mentioned, not indirectly mentioned, like Abu Bakr in Surah Nur ayat 22. Prior to Islam, following the death of a woman's husband, it's like, I used to think, oh my God, these people know how the history was. They were there as if they were there. This is how good they are. And inside, outside, insight about the history. Would inherit her as a widow. Islam came to annul this ignorant practice. Are you sure the prior to Islam, pre-Islamic, people used to do this in pre-Islamic days? Following the death of a woman's husband, the husband's family would inherit her as a widow. Yeah. So, okay, that's why that verse, right? Or you have believed it is not lawful for you to inherit women by compulsion. Surah Nisa 19, the beginning. Yeah, yeah. And the end of forced marriages. No, it's only not to inherit her as a widow. But this is not the end of forced marriages. Zainab bin Josh was forced married to read Surah Azab 36 and 37 and then find out who Zaid is and what is the story behind it and read all the tafsirs. Zainab bin Josh, I read the Shia tafsir, I read the Sunni tafsir. Why did the divorce take place? When Prophet Muhammad is commanding Zaid to keep his wife and fear Allah, that is a command. That's not a suggestion. And what obey Prophet Muhammad is equivalent to obeying Allah. Surah Nisa at 80. There are many ayahs which say yes, obey Allah and the Messenger of Allah. But one particular ayat which says obeying the Prophet is equivalent to obeying Allah. Surah Nisa at 80. And you see, then you have this. You have also a saying of the Messenger of Allah said, the virgin should not be given in marriage until a permission has been sought. Zainab bin Josh was not a virgin. And now this is just, yeah, this is very good hadith, right? But what about the bad ones that are there? But you will take this good hadith. And you will overlook the non-virgins, widows, like Zainab bin Josh, who was forced to marry Zaid. You see, that is a propaganda against Prophet Muhammad. Why? Why would you say that? Doesn't this say virgins? Okay, it doesn't say virgins only, but it doesn't mention widows like Zainab bin Josh. It doesn't mention widows. The virgin should not be given in marriage. But then what about child marriage? Consent? You would say, oh, that is another propaganda against Prophet Muhammad. Okay. Husbands must spend on their wives. Lodge them of where you dwell out of your means, and do not harm them in order to oppress them. And if they should be pregnant, and if they breastfeed for you, then give them their payment. Okay? Let a man of wealth spend his wealth. Husbands should spend. Allah does not charge a soul except according to what He has given. Bring about the hardship ease. Avoid bitterness in divorce. And if you fear dissension between the two, send an arbitrator from his people between the two. Yeah. Surah Nisa 35. Allah will cause it between them. Indeed, Allah is if they both desire reconciliation. So avoid divorces and avoid bitterness. Avoid bitterness. Surah 4 ayat 35 says, and when you divorce women and they have nearly fulfilled their term, either retain them according to acceptable terms or release them according to acceptable terms, and do not keep them, intending harm, to transgress against. Okay, and whoever does that is certainly wronged himself. The right to inherit. Okay, this Surah Baqarah 231 above Surah Nisa 35 is given. The right to inherit. For men is a share of what the parents and and for women is a share of what parents and close relatives leave. And then what is the half share of the woman? The daughter's half share. What about that? Surah Nisa 7. Oh, how nice. And you haven't given that, see, which verses are missing here? See, so there are these verses. Do you think these 7 verses that protect women will be protecting them from husbands who beat their wives at third count? Also, that striking their wives in marriage, huh? Strike, strike them, strike your women. Now, why don't you be like, you've got to keep your cards open on the table, right? All of the cards. Why not? So 7 ayats that protect and 1 ayat which says strike the women at third count. And another ayat in Surah Baqarah says, they are your tilt, go into them as you wish. Women cannot discipline the man by beating him or striking at him. So what about this ayat? Just waiting for it to load here, and it hasn't loaded as I can show you. Hope before it comes. See, this Quran.com doesn't load because why? Muslims, why are you hiding? What do you, want to hide here? Why not look at the good verses and look at the bad verses, right? And this verse, the article has given, men are the caretakers. 34 or 35? Surah Nisa 34, 35. Just checking, going to the article here and seeing. So you see, why don't you, yeah, this protection, but there are exceptions, married women, slave girls, fatayatukum. You can use your fatayatukum when you have a fear and if you can't. Yeah. Oh, yes. And Surah 435 given. But why did you miss Surah 30, Surah Nisa ayat 34? Did I say Surah 4 ayat 35 here? Okay, here they gave this Surah Nisa ayat 35 in the article, right? But here, why did they miss? So you see, you're not giving a full picture. You're not giving a whole picture. Like when you go to a lawyer, they will have to tell you the whole picture. What are the pros, cons? What are you risking? This, that, how much money tentatively, how much fees they take. This is not the way to show that Islam is 7 verses that protect women. And do they protect women from being beaten by their husbands or men? Men are in charge of women in this circumstance. Why didn't you give this? And when rape happens, if a woman, please, you see, we ex Muslims, you may give us false accusations put on us that we are lying and we are exaggerating. Oh my goodness. Worst ever. See, I showed you that article. Where are women protected now here? Huh? By when absence, what Allah. So righteous women are devoutly obedient. Let me see this in the men are protectors of the women Nisa because has bestowed Allah some of them over others. What? And because they spend from the wealth. So the righteous women, oh, just because they spend and they give you for ujur hanna or whatever, what they spend on you. All the spending that is done on you in that ayat, in the article given, you can take it out like this. You are supposed to be righteous women are obedient. Qanita. Qanit. What did it mean? Qanitan. Obedience? Devoutly obedient. Oh. Righteous women are obedient, guarding. Hafizatun. In the unseen, that which them to them orders guard. Them to guard. By Allah and those from whom you fear, 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 just fearing. Okay? You're not suspecting, but you're fearing. On suspicion? Or you fear their ill conduct. So all that you have given them, you're spending on them, Allah saying. That's why wives have to be and guard what they have to guard. And that's why the men are above you. What all that spending for? That they have to discipline you like this and you have to be obedient, devoutly obedient towards them. This you mean it is, it will cause a good society, a family, a couple? You not to see how crazy this is? Okay. Oh my. Literally, the man owns you. But Allah, those man, wealth, so the righteous women are obedient. They have to spend, go out and earn money and come back. You just guard your private part, and by Allah, those from whom you fear their ill conduct, no shoes, then advise them. And then if they still don't listen, forsake them in the bed. If they don't listen, God not even advise them, then forsake in the bed, and finally strike them. Ribu. Idribu. It means strike, like strike the very fingertips. Oh, if you take a sword, if you take a stick, like in wars, a harb, strike the very fingertips and behead them, and below their head, or what it is say that ayat, advise them and forsake them in the bed. And finally in bracket, and strike them. Then if they obey you, then do not seek. What kind of money is this? Huh? Favor. That now literally your husband owns you. You have to be devoutly obedient. That you not to show your private part. If you fear you are showing some private ill conduct. What? Ill conduct or private part? Guarding. Oh my God, what is this? Please come to this century and see that men are not supposed to hit you or discipline you. Trust, how to build trust. And when you see that trust is built, trust foundation. And if a woman does this, a man, leave her. Tell her, talk to her. And if she not, you not have to, like this terrible, this, you see, if you, why? She's betraying you, your trust. Yeah, it get very bad for the children and this, very bad effect on the children, on the society, on the man, very bad effect, yeah. Psychologically, very bad effect. But your man can go and have mutta. Think about the Shias, right? And the Sunni also say, when they're traveling, have this mutta thing type. What is it called? I keep forgetting. And then advise them and forsake them. And no, God did not protect women here. First you see this, then you talk. Give us this like 7 verses of the Quran which protect the woman. But there's a verse which is Surah Nisa, same than Surah Nisa as you have given here. It did not protect women from men beating her on the 3rd count. Right? Have enjoyed each other intimately. Ooh. And she has taken from you a firm commitment. 2, enjoy the promise to live with her in kindness or divorce her with dignity. Footnote. What a joke. Okay, very good. Keep it. Oh, now I've jumped to Surah Nisa 21. I'm looking at it. This, like me, schizophrenic disorder. Come here. Yes. So this all is, I sound like
غليظة.
Irani or something. Ghalizan or Urdu Irani mix. Ghalizan. So this contract, marriage contract, or it not even say marriage contract. It says strong covenant. Okay, here it not to say she has taken a strong contract, firm commitment from you. It did not to say marriage contract here. Solemn covenant, pledge from you, covenant from you. To be kind to her, promise to live with her in kindness. Yeah, but there are exceptions. Or divorce her with dignity. Now, who's more eloquent to? Today, I will try my best, even though I'm broken to do. I will not be able to do justice. So, who is propagating, showing you? We are showing you exceptions which should not be there. How about that? We are putting all our cards straight up on the table. How you say it, right? And you would tell us that we are lying? No, no, we are showing you the full, true picture. Contradictions in the Quran also. How many things have these Muslims missed? And the ones who implement the law, Sharia law, what about that? And how could you take it back after having enjoyed? So the payment is for the enjoyment each other intimately. You have made, have some respect to women. This dignified way, why can't you see what I'm showing you here? Am I? Oh, and how could you take it back? Like, let's say for ice cream, one right bite, I pay. Of course, because I've taken one bite, and another one, I pay the ice cream seller. Just like prostitution. But of course, you've taken a solemn covenant with her that you will live with her in kindness, unless what? There's Surah Nisaya. And here you not to see Surah Nisaya, that beating one, striking. And how could you take it when surely has gone one of you of that? Ba'dukum, one of you to another, illa ba'din. And they have taken from you a strong covenant. Really? To always be kind to them under all circumstances? So this also, you see, each other intimately. I'm jumping here and there in this, but hope you get me. Men are in charge of women. My mind, what I'm doing, struggling. My mind I lost last night. I will gain some balance later on. Maybe too early for me to do this. By right of what Allah has given. So now we come back to this ayah. Huh. Then if they persist, forsake them in bed. And what Christian prince showing you in the hadith says and how? No, no. Okay. Okay, forget Christian prince for now, right? Oh, so many. But there are these hadiths that he's shown you. First advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed. And finally strike them. No, not lightly. And I don't want to touch this, right? I'm not going to touch it. Because I know I looked at the word idribuhunna. Idribuhunna. Shall I show you? When they strike the very fingertips in war, battle. Quran, what idribunha means, not lightly. Like it's say in the translation here. Sahih International. So I'm showing you the whole picture. Another thing. Oh, they didn't show you this article. Why did the article leave out this? Well, women, but there are exceptions where you are not protected by your men. If you do this, the men can strike you. If you fear from the men, you cannot strike the men at third count. Not even on the third count. If they strike you, you can't strike them back in self defense. You understand? Even then, when the men at third count strike you, you cannot strike back. Are we, am I doing a propaganda against Islam or showing you the right picture? Why doesn't the Sharia judge tell you these things before you get married? Does he assume you know the whole Quran, your Islam? And a 9-year-old, 10-year-old, 11-year-old girl, you put her to Quran reading, namaz reading, salah reading, reciting, performing. How much of the Quran does she know? Does she know? Do you know for sure what is in this? If she's a Shia from Khomeini, her parents follow Khomeini and Sayyid Sistani, you might have to give her when she's baby suckling baby to Khomeini even, or to another Shia who is much older even, God knows. So give the whole thing, right? She doesn't know the Quran. She doesn't know anything. But her parents are Shias. According to Khomeini, Ali Sistani, Sayyid Mahsan, and late Shaheed, oh no, late Sayyid Mahsan al Hakim. I showed you that article. How many Shia religious scholars say tying and all this before, that's because even before the babies, baby girls can be given in marriage or, yeah? What about that? That's propaganda against Islam. the Shias, Sunnis, the Shias are doing propaganda. And then Sunni, sex slaves and all this. And what about Surat Talaq ayat? Some of your religious scholars, all of them agree that this is like if they're not there, or that they before menstruation, what? How many? So how many will be in this Surat Talaq? Hmm? You can get married to them. Ayat 4. Before they menstruated. Or when did it stop? When did the Sunni religious scholars stop saying that, oh, they're not well here? These married women, they're married women. And those who have not, and how much this was practiced in your Sunni religion, that you could get married to prepubescent girls who have not menstruated. Why couldn't Allah put it in a better way? Hmm? Clearly. Could you have a dissension in this even now? So this, look at it. Let me see. Abul Ala Maududi. And the same shall apply to those who have not yet menstruated. As for the women whose courses are irregular due to some reason, the jurists have held different views. And it stops at this. What does this mean? The jurists have held different views. That period is clear here. Why can't they say what the different views are now? Opinions. How clear is this? For even the Sunnis, the jurists have held different opinions. And there's a call in here, but oh God. If a woman has been divorced, stops having menses after having them once or twice after the divorce, she will wait for 9 months. If signs of pregnancy appear, well and good. Otherwise, after the passage of 9 months, she should observe the waiting period of 3 additional months. Then she would be lawful for marriage to another person. I wonder what Sayyid bin al Musayyib says that Umar ruled. Okay, if Umar rules, this is it good enough for the Sunnis. So Sunnis, I don't think they say that you can get married to babies. This doesn't mean, okay, that you get married to babies. It's those who have not menstruated. Some problem. And then the third here, waiting period until the delivery of the burden. Women who have stops having menses after having them once. So this during the marriage they stop having menses. This is what I thought as a Shia when I read this ayat. But I could be wrong. I've made mistakes. Okay, so this. still you would say it's okay. We won, yeah. Okay, I'm going to close these some of these tabs. Oh God, how shall I show you? This is not right. And please remember that respecting women and their rights, two different things. And what respect of women when the man can hit his wife? You should never hit. Hitting is, no, I've hit someone, but hitting, I would say, is wrong because it's a weakness. It's a weakness. It's not the strength. When you're strong, when you're mentally and physically inside, mentally strong people, I've seen that when I'm strong, I don't have to hit, don't have to raise my voice even. So this is for the weak people who do this. This is their weakness. If your sister slaps you, if your brother slaps you, that's their weakness. I've done it and I've said it's wrong. It's my weakness. Domestic violence. I've done a lot with the sibling. But so I was wrong, right? I was wrong. It's a weakness. When you're strong, you just, someone even abuses you or says something, you just walk away. But like disciplining in the house, no, 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 not even your own sister, brother, anyone. That we bring discipline. Respect your eldest sister, your mother. Dare you say anything against our mother or anyone, abuse anyone, I will. Okay, so that was my weakness. You see, I can't take that. I say I can't take it. If my younger sister says something against my mother, oh, and then I had to make her sit in the room and say, please, this is my limit, and I go off my rockers, right? I don't. This is like my weakness. So please understand. Wouldn't you? No, 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 no. There are people, ex-Muslim, Alicia, and others coming here using, no matter how much I say, like if they have a helpline here, hello, I want to do this. I want to do this crime. I have this craving. Please help me, sir. Can you put the psychologist or some counseling here? It's very good that you call and you have these helplines and someone's telling you that I feel like I want to do, let's say, um, some crime. You know, oh God, it's come on me. Maybe I want to steal something. What are you going to do? You people are going to come here and say, oh, she's mad. Huh? I mean, you are mad. You need to go see a doc. Have meds. How rude. I'm saying, let's say I tell my sister that, look, my mind, I'm having these medicine. Like if you have Halcyon, you have some side effects. You can't take it. Uh, you not it doesn't. I mean, sedating you or whatever it does. This medicine, Halcyon, It also has side effects like makes you very violent, let's say. The drug Halcyon, right? And so I say, look, I'm on medication now. Like, please, just no bad, don't subject me to this or that or any controversy. Like, you wouldn't, your elderly mother, you wouldn't give her the news of someone's death that she hasn't seen, but elderly people, just don't argue with them. So, like that. And when you're told this, you'll go, oh, the way you come here to me, how shall I say it? Oh, this patient, she's got cancer. uh, Stop arguing in her room. Please leave. There's patients who come up, bitch. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. Then the doctors and nurses say, they're not allowed. Sorry, you're not allowed to come. Right? So the person is saying, Baba, I have this problem, right? So in front of this person and me, you don't do these things. These are my weaknesses. I'm on Halcyon, and these are the side effects. I feel very violent. So I can hit you now if you like. I say now, please cooperate here because I have like vascular dementia. I might not use the right words. Please understand. Please do this. Please do that. But if you come with a debate and I say some wrong thing, please understand. Please. Problem is in you then, not in me. What you say, like traumatize people in shock, don't go to the same place where you've had the accident and where you've been put in a shock, where you got the shock from, don't go through that same thing, or how do you say it? See this thing, people will start laughing at me now because I've lost my mind really, truly last night, and now I'm struggling to explain. You are brutal people who come here when I'm telling you not to argue, not to make it as an argument here. You can't even have a honest dialogue, honestly looking at what can we do? Like I have to put very dangerous, I'm a very dangerous person here. Okay? So cooperate. Otherwise, you know, who knows? If you come in front of me, I might hit you. Of course, you're going to behave yourself here. And with your old mother, you will behave, right? As you're supposed to behave with an old elderly person, or you will not. A distressed person here. Please cooperate. No, why does she expect? What did she? She's asking too much. This, that. So this, now which one was I sharing here? Oh, here it is. Okay, so Surah Talaq, Ayat 4 doesn't all of you all of your religious scholars agree that it's about menstruation. They have not menstruated during in their marriage. They have some problems. This is footnote 3. Okay, so what about sex slave girls? Let's see if I have been exaggerating or what. Now let's see. No, wait. For the Sunnis, will see the sex slave girls, Quran ayats, and then Sunnis also take their hadith. So Andrew Tate is an exception, I think, right? Which hadiths do you take for that sex slaves? Your wives are a place. Now we go back to Surah Baqarah ayat 2 to 3. Your wives are a place of sowing of seed for you, so come to your place of cultivation, however you wish, and put forth for yourselves something righteous, or it's in bracket, and put forth for yourself, and fear Allah, and know that you will meet Him, and give good tidings to the believers. Here, the woman or female or the wife, some say International says wives. So I'm not on Quran.com to know exactly what. Nisa, Nisa, yeah. It's not wives, it's Nisa. So it's women or girls or females are for you tilt. To cultivate, meaning tilt for you. So go to your tilt as you will. It's not telling the women, it's not telling a couple, both of you, okay, a woman, you are tilt for a man. So when you, no, it can't be like that, right? So it's just for the men to go into their tilt as they will. Now you see the Sunni side to this. And what curses of angels and all this. So are we like if we have a few Andrew Tate type people, Muslims, we're going for the Sharia law and we're looking at everything, Sunni, Shia. What does this mean for them? Huh? Maybe not the Ismailis. Boris, we're looking at FGM, F genital, yeah, female genital mutilation, FGM, because where does it? Where's that ayat which says the women? You're not doing this for pleasure, huh? You're doing this to produce children. Where's that ayat? It's a little bit there. So that ayat can be taken by their leaders, Muslim leaders, as cut it off, mutilate it, the female genital. You shouldn't be going to each other for pleasure. Oh, but to the Boris. So I have to look at it both ways. Just a minute since this has come up. Surah Room Ayat 21. Any female who has been deserted by her husband, my mother told me, read this how many times? 11 times. With Durood Sharif, Durood Salawat, 12, oh God, I don't know, three times in the beginning, and your husband will come back. And one of his signs is that he created for you spouses from among yourselves, so that you may find comfort in them. And he has placed between you compassion and mercy. Surely in this are signs for people who reflect. Just as comfort, tranquility. But it doesn't say produce for producing children. You shouldn't find pleasure, comfort, tranquility. Oh God. Okay. I don't know. Love and mercy, right? This is a good ayat. Mates from yourself. Azwaj. Yeah, this is married mates. These are couples, married. That you may find tranquility. So these good ayats are there. And so I don't know if GMY in Bora community, Bora Daudi community, Shia. Oh, there's a ayat that says, yeah, another ayat where it kind of says that you're not supposed to enjoy yourselves. And I can't remember that ayat for now. So, anyways, coming back to this ayat, generally also look at it, right? Your women are tilt for you, so go to your tilt as you will. It's telling the man, the man. So, what happens, when a man wants it, woman has to give it. Whether she likes it or not, problem is this is what it is here. Not that Muslim women like it, love it, love is there, so they have to. When the love is there, you don't refuse. You can't. Your explanation is like, what are you doing? Let's see, I can't put words. I'm not going to be a good lawyer. Forget it. Advocate for human rights. Women are a tilt for you, so go to your tilt as you will, tells the man. So don't bring that women all Muslim women love it. They love the men, so that's okay. It's easy for them. It's not like by force. And there's no marital rape either, because the women they love their husbands, right? Now, generally they have to. They don't have a choice here. And if you're going to talk about love and believing women like that, then you're going to say no, Zainab bin Josh, no. But I had to look at it because Zaid's name is mentioned. Your Sahabas, Prophet Muhammad's Sahaba's name is mentioned. And since I couldn't understand this ayat, I thought, what is this? So, and if I don't read the tafsir, then the Sunnis come and say, you're not reading the tafsir. She's a coward and she's a liar. And if I read my Shia tafsir, oh, this is all fabricated. Someone else has been sent who is in the fringe Muslim, huh? And put the blame on me or those even Shia's commentary. Zed's name is mentioned. What happened? So, do you have a general tafsir that we can go to and understand? Because it's a command by God. So it's a little bit easy that the Sahaba's name is mentioned. So what is the tafsir here? Love. Love is there. No, no. There's no way a Muslim woman can deny her husband because she loves her husband. She has to love her husband. Then what happened? Wasn't it? So let's see what happened here. Because Zaid's name is mentioned. Very easy to look at the tafsir then, or hard. How shall you say it? Shall I say it? As ordered by the Holy Prophet, the marriage of Sayyid Zainab bin Josh was solemnized, ordered, but their temperaments did not match and merged with each other. Ooh, Zaid used to complain about the sharpness of her tongue, putting poor Zainab in the wrong. And heirs, she assumed. Could she be refusing her husband? What happened to all believing women who love their husbands? Andrew Tate? No, no, they can't do this, right? This is too rude. Zed should have slapped her, struck at her. On the other side, the Holy Prophet was informed through revelation that Zed would divorce her. After having told him, so then, okay, Zed would divorce her, but after she would be married to him. On a certain day, Zed presented these very complaints before the Prophet. The point is conveyed by me, right? What if she's not allowing him to even come near her? Don't touch me. Present it. But this isn't this enough to tell you? This is a cousin of Prophet Muhammad. Zainab is a cousin who was ordered marriage with Zaid. He himself has the right to deny a believing woman if she offers herself to him. Surah Ahzab ayat 50, right? Now, Andrew Tate, he must be busy at work or something. Andrew Tate, where's the believing woman you said love her husband? This very good, reason he gave for Surah Baqarah ayat 223. Have to give her husband because she love it, not even have to. Love there. Please come forward. Why he run away? Last night he ran away in the previous live stream. Good night. He'd say, you evil person, woman. Evil. Calling me a dog like barking. Example me giving? Surah Baqarah 223. All women, he say, all love their husband cannot. They love it. They have to. They love it. They love it. They love it. They cannot deny their husband because they love it. Islam teach women to love their husband, right? What counseling take place? What a miracle! Two people, believing people who do good deeds. The gracious God create love in their heart. Now this failure here. This is the only point I'm not going to go into more detail about this and this ayat the way I've gone before. This regarding what Andrew Tate said about Surah Baqarah ayat and what the from his own, explanations, right? Own explanation. All believing women must, yeah, they must. They don't have a choice. Otherwise, the angels are and love their husband. There's love. What? Islam teach love? Huh? About this ayat, Surah Baqarah, ayat 223. Your women are a tilt for you, so go to your tilt as you will. And this very good the rights, equal right, utmost right Islam has given women. Utmost right first, he say. Like that. Then I give him this ayat, me doing propaganda against Islam, that women are not given utmost rights. There is definitely a stark inequality between men and women in Islam. Now, how we explain and try to get out of this ayat? How do you know he's not a control freak? Hey, woman, I want, come, don't deny me, huh? If you start acting like this, one day, second day, the Quran ayat here, as I wish to go, as I will, this right God give me against you. You are my tilt. No, man supposed to be very kind to women. Darling, darling, come. Yeah, very kind to women. Darling, come. You are my tilt. I want you as I will, how you will, when or how you will. Yusuf Ali. Hmm. Please, my back hurting or what? No. Do you think the man will leave you? Oh, okay. I'm going to my second wife, other wife. Do you think the man should leave you? Think about it. But here, definitely, nice, darling, darling wife. I love you. I want to go into you. Yeah? Yeah, you want to say that? We have love. Of course, the man is doing it very kindly, very kindly, very lovingly. Yeah. Even then, I say it is not right, right? Am I evil? Am I propagating against Islam? As you will. But here, okay, very loving, kind, but men are given authority over women. Isn't it so? More right. You know what love is? You know what kindness is? What, if you even know what consideration for the other person is? Forget kindness. Consider the other person's wishes. Forget kindness to another person. Because through kindness, you're showing, flattering them. Flattery can come in. We never know. But consideration for another, no, no. Maybe she doesn't want it. Maybe she's tired. She's had a long drive. She's driven. Her back is hurting. No consideration. Does this ayat give any consideration to women and their wishes, their feelings? No consideration whatsoever. No. No matter how kind your husband may be lovingly, putting arms around you. Come on, darling, let's go. What about consideration for these women? No consideration. He's flattering you for his desire here, his need. He can have 4 wives, but you only one husband. You can't even go for muta. He can have sex slaves at that time. What can you have? And no consideration for you. He can coax you, cajole you into and tell you this is right. God has given me, darling. Think of the consideration. It doesn't give man that consideration for you. You see? Now do you see it or not? So there's no consideration. Kindness? It could be flattery, it could be selfishness. Spoiled brat. He's being kind, like I want money from my mother. What will I do? Will I go to an Amma, I want money. Please give me 3,000 rupees. No, no, no. I'm not going like that. Right? Oh, Amma. Hello, how are you? Amma, I need some money to go to Empress Market, buy a rabbit. Can you please give me? Amma, my dear darling Amma. Mother. Huh? Kindness. Kindly give me 3,000 rupees. And you've got the mother's heart softened, and she's gone to her purse, taken the money out, given it to you kindly, right? But no consideration for your mother that maybe, just maybe she wants to spend this money, give it to someone who's more needy. I'm rich kid. This is what this verse teaches you. Men, no consideration. Kindness, and anyone can flatter you, your husband can, your man can flatter you, cajole you, coax you into having this with him the way he likes it and when he likes it. So I saw the hypocrisy. I saw the superficial way you women that in that forget the article in the ayats I've seen. Please see this, right? What else? So respect. Ah, I can respect Miss Dissa. I can respect my mother. I can put on an act. But that respect which comes from, inside, true respect. So, what respect now are you telling me here? Islam makes you respect women. No, no consideration. Kindness, I can act. Respect, very easily I can act. I may not like the president of the country, but respect, I will give him salute because because if I don't, I'll be in trouble. So this all is all rubbish, respect and kindness and all. You need to find your inner self, what is true. Like Allah wishes to thoroughly purify you, Ahlul Bayt, and then you're going after the Ahlul Bayt. 9-year-old doesn't understand what this is, yet you've put her into Salat. For the Shia babies, consent is not needed, the guardian's consent is needed. All this rubbish I saw on the face of it, you would say, yes, this. So you're giving this junk on the face of it, such superficial hypocrisy. Flattery. Your husband can flatter you to get things out of you. But of course, he knows that Islam, and you also know that Islam gives him the right above you. But then Islam also tells him to be kind, let's say, to women. The Quran ayat goes. Then he can use this kindness, but right, to have that kindness is superficial, made up to get what he wants. A spoiled brat doesn't have to throw temper tantrums. That's a foolish thing to do to get something from your parents. You would go to your parents, Daddy, I like you so much. I love you, Daddy. Um, and then I know that I have 1 month. Don't worry about it. So today, he may not think that I want something out of him. That's why I'm being so nice to him. After a week, I go again. Oh, Daddy, I love you so much. Daddy, you're the best. You're number one. You're the best dad I've ever had. And then I know that I need some extra money from him. He doesn't know that. So I can use all these tactics of kindness and flattery and make it seem like I really love him. No, I don't love him. I love him conditionally for the money and all this, so that he can give me the extra money that I need from him. It doesn't take away that disease of the heart. It encourages fake kindness. showing because it's hidden. You're flattering your because you want this, and God has given you the go, the green light. No, it's not that true human being. It will not bring out the true human being. Consideration is lacking. You see it? Consideration for another person. So consider this. Losing my religion. And on grounds true. What you've missed out on, and I don't know why. But it could be that since childhood, you've gone to your mother and, Mama, I really love you a lot, you know. Oh, yes, yes. I need your love. Actually, you need something from her. Have you ever told your wife, I don't need anything from you, but I still love you? I'm considering you as my equal, and I'm not going to use you like this. Of superficial kindness than the other verses, right? And this is not my Allah. Sorry, because my Allah would never want me, a man, like what I mean, to do this to my woman. So just think about it, right? Respect also gone for females. What is left in Islam? I could see it. Why can't you see it? So you understand the difference. Kindness can be disguised, or flattery. Flattery can be disguised as kindness. And already God has given you this right. Or they say, kindly go to you. Kindly woman, come to me. I need you. And she cannot say no. All superficial kindness. And some Muslims can do it, flattering you. But even if they truly need this and are being kind, do you think they'll ever learn consideration for others? They're being spoiled inside. They've been spoiled. You're spoiling them. Allah has spoiled them, you, not you. Please see this. It's not developing that true consideration for other people. So please forget, don't give me these respect verses in the Quran, all superficial stuff. Okay? I can salute the President of America. God knows what's going on inside of my heart for him or my head. Yeah, you see? Consideration is lacking here. So, kindness superficial for the women. Okay? So, anyone wants to join or anything, come here and join and try to be cooperative, honest. Another thing was what I learned. Yeah, so this hell, see this fire of hell and all this threats, a true God. So I just thought I would add what I learned and what Bertrand Russell said, the person at Yasmin Muhammad channel. I mean, this hell. You know what Bertrand Russell said about that? How could God and hell, quote, let's see if I can find the quote here. Quote, Goodreads. Let me just see if this page loads. There is one very serious defect in my mind and Christ's moral character. That and that is that he believed in hell. I do not myself feel that any person who is really profoundly humane can believe in everlasting punishment. Ah, very good. So thank you, Goodreads. No copyrights infringement intended. There is one very serious defect to my mind in Christ's moral character. That it is, and that is that he believed in hell. I do not myself feel that any person who is really profoundly, like deeply humane, truly humane, can believe in everlasting punishment. Dot, dot, dot. There are other things of less importance. There is the instance of the Gadarene swine, where it certainly was not very kind to the pigs, to put devils into them and make them rush down the hill to the sea. You must remember that he was omnipotent and he could have made the devil simply go away. Remember when Jesus Christ said to these spirits to go into the pigs? Yeah, but he chooses to send them into the pigs. Then there is the curious story of the fig tree he curses, which always rather puzzled me. You remember what happened about the fig tree? He was hungry, and seeing a fig tree afar off having leaves, he came if happily he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves. Right? So he found nothing but leaves. He came if happily he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for the time for figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and said unto it, no man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. Dot, dot, dot. And Peter saith unto him, Master, behold the fig tree which thou cursed. Jesus cursed the fig tree because it didn't have any fruit. It's withered away. Anyway, it did wither away. This is a very curious story because it was not the right time of the year for figs, and you really could not blame the tree. I cannot myself feel that either in matter of wisdom or in matter of virtue, Christ stands quiet as high as some other people known to history. I think I should put Buddha and Socrates above him in those respects. Okay, and so this is all I found. Quickly, there is one serious defect to my mind in Christ's moral character, and that is that he believed in hell. I do not myself feel that any person who is really profoundly, so this about hell also. Anyways, I read the whole story. whole thing. Quote Bertrand Russell, Why I'm Not a Christian, and other essays on religion and related subjects. So this. So they say Drew University and sins went to hell for eternity is very unfair. Then God is not as fair, compassionate, and kind as Christians, Mohammedans, and others. This is Osho.com. I don't know whether I can. Fire and brimstone. Jesus is dead. Hell. It's very unfair for God to make this torture, hell. Look, Russell also argues that no person who believes in eternal torture and hell, as Jesus did, can be all the grade of a moral exemplar. So this is not right for these people. I wonder if the religious people get it or not. So punishment, first of all, try to get the cause, reach the root cause of the problem, right? Pharaoh, like I said before, now go to Pharaoh. You know how many years Pharaoh was doing what he was doing? Tyranny, slaves working for him. You see that movie also. Which movie on Pharaoh? Moses, that Hollywood has made, I think. And then you get him used to this, you're not stopping him. And then one fine day you have to send Moses to stop him. Rude, like, why did you give him respite in the first place? Now that poor person, like let's say I was on drugs, no one stopped me. Let me. Oh, I didn't use my mind. God wants you to use his mind. But now I'm addicted. Okay, in the beginning, I didn't use my mind. I was foolish, crazy, or something, influenced. I took drugs, let's say, right? And now I'm used to it. And now even I hate it, but I can't stop. But it gives me that high, and I'm addicted to it now. You're a hard habit to break, Chicago. Song from Chicago. You're a hard habit to break. Now God sends Moses and all this. What's the use? He's not going to leave it. How long did it take for Allah to stop the Muslims from having alcohol? 3 years, they say. I found an article. First, he said, "Oh, when you're drinking, don't go near the namaz, salat." Then that slowly, he made it haram. Surah Araf ayat 33, I think 31 or 33. 33. Sin is haram and alcohol is sin. Like, don't go near it. It is there's shaitan in it, and this and writs in it. It's satanic. You know, took 3 years or something. It's the Islamic history goes that the Muslims, they before polytheists, they were, when they were non-Muslims, they used to drink alcohol. I think there's a hadith or something, or story, I don't know. Prophet Muhammad also used to drink some intoxication wine or something. I'm not sure about that, but I think someone, like Christian Prince or someone, has shown that. Very rare hadith. So, took 3 years for the Muslims to leave alcohol. New Muslims. That's why don't go to the prayer when you are intoxicated. Then slowly, slowly, Sure. Uh, so you see, Pharaoh was then threatened. Maybe now, what are you threatening Pharaoh of? Doesn't care. He's so insanely addicted to it, his power and having slaves and making pyramids and whatnot, palaces for him. So all this, you see, is seven. All this is not right. It's not fair to that tyrant, even. Nip it in the bud. Ayat 33, is it? So then this ayat came, Surah Araf, ayat 33. Say, my Lord forbids shameful acts, whether open or hidden, and sin. You see the sin. So there is great sin in it, alcohol. So now the alcohol was forbidden. It says haram. There's great sin in it. You remember that alcohol ayat, great sin in it? So, this, nip it in the bud. Okay, I don't think I've done justice. I'm not that articulate and I get stuck. And I feel like I'm drugged right now. And I keep sleeping and waking up. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not in my proper senses. I'm not very alert either. I'm feeling tired. So I hope, I just feel that I will never be able to do justice to women's rights and all this. But now, for now, just showing you Surah 2, Ayat 2 to 3 on female rights in Islam versus respect for females in Islam. For now, only this, okay? And then rape, oh, I can't talk about that. If I'm raped, which Islamic countries, in which Islamic countries, what will happen to me if I report the rape or if they find out? And then what would the authorities do? Would they make me marry my rapist? That's another torture. Terrible thing to do to me. I would rather commit suicide or die. So think about these things also in Islam. How many people are propagating against Islam? Or because it's not a true religion, when the ayats are contradictory, then we'll have contradictories, we'll have sects, different schools of thought. Ayats are obscure, open to interpretations. Who to blame? The ones saying Islam is like this, another saying, and what the Sharia does. One ayat is good, one ayat is, oh, for me, my religion, for you, your religion. Then there's be stern with the disbelievers, efface their faces, obliterate their faces. Allah says, I will obliterate their faces if you don't believe in this. Threats, fight them, get them out of Makkah, polytheists. On one, oh, no, we never said anything to their gods. Don't say anything. Lest they say something bad, revile the true God, one God. So I've shown you all that it's all superficial. These are contradictory things. There are threats there. No force. No, no. They weren't taken and said, listen, force can be very in a down, underground, under what you call that way. Force is not like immediate. Okay, this one is like a threat, which is like it has duress. And when it has duress means you're under duress means force is being applied, violence. It's a force. What is duress in a common law, even? But what is, let's see, common law? Common law, we studied duress in London. Duress in English law is a complete common law defense operating in favor of those who commit crimes because they are forced or compelled to do so by the circumstances or the threats of another, or the threats of another. Like become Muslims at Allah, using Allah to threaten them before we obliterate your faces. Right? So here, just sharing this and then I'm leaving you because I don't know what's happened to me. I kind of feel, what do you say, down. Oh, don't use an Maxims. British will start. I've forgotten all this. So look at this. Can you read it? Is it coming here focused? Well, Baba, duress is, it's like, it's like a threat. So it's forceful conversions in a very underhanded way. Sometimes even clever, giving you money, giving them money to become Muslims, to bring hearts together, the Quran says. Bribery, not good, not good. Now you decide what the ex-Muslims are doing, right? Am I propagating against Islam as an ex-Muslim? Oh my God. So, thank you so much. And me out from here. Okay, let me just move this now. Okay, have a beautiful, wonderful day. Be free. And let's find, I think, other ways to live life. Discover for yourself what is right, what is the best for you, and be happy. Would God not want you to be happy? Would God be testing you here? Did He send you here for trials and tribulations, or to make heaven paradise for you here? If you believe, you say you believe, but you will not be tested. And we've made some to test others by others to know who are the true ones. Why does God need all this? We'll see later. To do this kind of a thing to us, right? So I'll talk about that later on when I come live stream. I hope I don't forget or something else. If another ayat, and then with that also, if something else comes up, I'll remember like God wants to test us. With He's made us, testing us by one another, testing us. And also, you say you believe, but that you will not be tested. Oh, so He wants to test how great your belief in Him is, your faith in Him that will save you that will give you paradise. And yeah, you would say that, temporary things not to, this is the way, or you can enjoy temporary things detached from them, and do it in such a way that you realize your true self, your potential, you have abundance. Like Shakti Goen said, you have all you need, you don't need anything. You are abundance unto yourself. Like Jiddu Krishnamurti says, be the light you are for yourself. You are the light, you are the world. And so when you realize your true self, yeah, you don't need all these things. And when trials and tribulations may come, but you won't lose. If you lose, God forbid, if I lose my leg, right? I will not lose the joy, everlasting joy in my heart. That doesn't, no hurries, no boy serving me drinks, but I'm enjoying life because I have abundance. I know this. I'm bedridden most of the times. I can't eat properly, can't make my food, but I am happy in bliss. I'm enjoying today. I'm enjoying now, and yet detached in myself. I'm abundant for myself. What, like that, right? So, and in a very like, you don't judge, you don't fight with your nafs, yourself, your ego, your mind. You don't fight. There's no violence. The conflict, everything just dissolves. The struggle dissolves. It's so beautiful. It's so, and you then realize, what is God saying that test you, and this you say you believe, and it's testing you on your belief. How much faith you have, how truly, how faithful you are, faithfully. So, but there's another way, and it's non-violent, it's non-threatening. You are not, you are not threatened, coaxed, or threatened that if you don't do this, you will go to hell. No, there's a peaceful way, most, the Buddha way, like Bertrand Russell said, more peaceful ways. And then when the burglar comes, even, you say, come in. How much? Take everything because I don't. You've earned. And you're saying, okay, it's not like, oh, you didn't earn, you're stealing from me. I mean, that great level I want to reach, that Mahat, Maha, Ma, that great level. You're human. And we're reading, like, Imam Sajjad has said to work on your akhlaq, manners, become humble, program doing prayers. No, this is another way. God doesn't have to answer your prayers. God already knows what you need. Why isn't He giving it to you? And so, even you yourself are not working. The ego doesn't come. Don't be scared of the ego, anyways. Just let it be. Find your true self, like Muji Baba's invitation. Like Muji Baba shows. If you let go of your thoughts, it's not like you're going to disappear or your head will drop. You're not being beheaded like that if you just Find your true self. Non judgmental, putting your thoughts aside, seeing you are abundance, seeing you are pure awareness. This is the absolute pure awareness. And even if your head is chopped, I mean, if you lose your brain is dead, you exist, okay? Maybe you will come back to awareness, but this pure awareness seems to be absolute, I guess. One question that Sam Harris asked, I still have to see that, that is pure awareness absolute? Because there are people who, are brain dead, but then awareness is gone. So, how is pure awareness absolute? So that's a jump, but I think if am I fooling myself saying that pure awareness is absolute? It is such a thing, grace from God, or to yourself, your true self, being true to your truth, to yourself. That self is true existence, and if you even become brain dead, so what? Yeah, but let's see if pure awareness exists. Yeah, so this we have to see. Oh, sorry, it exists, but is it eternal? Is it absolute? That's what. So, what is the truth? So, we are discovering together, and we don't have to be scared of it. Yeah, life, calamities. I had neurosis. I used to get scared when I was so brave in childhood, and teenage years, early. So I got, yeah, life is scary, and yeah, there's rape, and there's depression, psychological problems, and there's also physical problems when you, and the people at that time, they can, when you're in your weakest, when you've lost touch with that higher self, which some say it's pure awareness, it's just pure awareness. Don't say higher self. You just embrace, so yeah, embracing your lower self and being with your higher self, right? So, but leaving, not holding on to anything, pure thoughts, impure thoughts. So while we discover this, someone comes, rapes me, or God knows, yeah, terrible things can happen, or the building can just earthquake can happen, roof can fall on me. So I'm not ready. Yeah, so I'm in this really weak, weakened condition. And yeah, so I didn't help. Like I don't know how to help others since I haven't got a successful life story. I'm a failure. So I'm discovering, and through the challenges and your support, the sincere ones, honest ones here, I really appreciate the friendly ones. Let's go together and find out, sharing, caring, togetherness, and understanding my weaknesses. Yeah. So like that support right now is, I'm very grateful for. beautiful support. Yasmin Muhammad, all another ex-Muslims, beautiful people out there. They are not lying to you. Thank you so much for beautiful people. At least I know you're there out there. I don't join you, but I know you're there. And it means a lot to me. I'm so grateful. Yasmin Muhammad, thank you so much. Mariam, Mariam Namazi Niazi. Sorry, I forgot her name. Last name. Ex-Muslim, thank you so much. All the rest of you who really care and are honest, and I know you're wonderful people, you're good people, you're beautiful people, and that really means a lot to me. You're my the support I need right now. So while I get to that where I realize and become detached, can't seem to get detached from my principle. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, I'm also losing my voice, uh, you know, slightly, and some laryngitis. So I shouldn't be talking now. It's 2 hours, 21 minutes. Thank you. I leave you. See, discover. I know it's difficult. Standing alone. Jiddu Krishnamurti did say that. We will be making groups like the ex-Muslim movement. We also cannot, but what? But then again, going back to Jiddu Krishnamurti and going back to our who can stand alone. Jiddu Krishnamurti said, if there were 10 people like that, we could change the world, make this world paradise. So we don't have to be in that mind, where love or true love comes across obstacles and challenges are there, and the love cart has to go turtle, and it's a failure. Majnu, Laila, and what's the other one? Love story. Tragic. Yeah, nothing good lasts forever. Lovers and tragic deaths, separated. So this. No, no. So am I foolish to think, believe that love never fails? Maybe. Laila Majnu and Juliet, Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, tragic. But if you've lived, and I lived 4 years with the principal, it's enough. It's enough. It's like I've lived thousands of years. No contribution. Don't need to, like, I have to produce and contribute and this and that. But yeah, the only regret was that, oh my God, this beggar outside, the girl in the evening, I can't help her. Oh, but it used to hit me so badly. And yeah, that I didn't, Karachi didn't get blessed. Patti LaBelle has sung the song, When You're Blessed Feels Like Heaven, pass it on. Yeah, so my only regret is that. And I, and so, yeah, and, uh, and give life and joy to others. But They have their own joy. Yeah, so may you get, but the joy is inside you, right? Thy happiness is in thyself. Doesn't have to depend on money and whatever you have. Thy hap. This is what I've written in my uh, teens, late teens. Thy happiness is in thyself. Your happiness is in yourself. Out, and that's is it true? Because I've been failing trying to, even about love. Oh God, not to get attached to my principal. In London, I did such a that if she's the object of your love and you are attached to her. So get a little loosen, detach yourself, see yourself. If you love her, she's the object of your desire. That's not love, is it? That's just an object of your desire. So why don't you remember what Shakti Goen said? That you are abundance. So what do you need from her that you're so attached to her? What do you need from her? Are you needy and you're using her? And this? No, no. And then came to love. What is true love? So are you not love, Sarah? Is it? Yeah, but I guess we need to share this love with others. Just can't keep it to yourself. If you find true love, but the other person may not want it. She wants something else. Like my mother, she wanted something else, right? So if she wants her husband, I can't make her happy. Oh, so all this problem, conflict, solution. What's the solution? Oh God, I don't know what the solution. So I started to tell myself that you are love. Do you realize that you are love? In London, meditation, contemplation. Now, do you need any object of desire when you yourself are love? No. Empty, empty yourself and say, so what do you need now from the principle? Nothing. If you are love, you're not craving for love or you're not hungry for love. No, because you are love. I'm love. How am I love? So then, finding Rumi and, that you knock, I'm love. No, how did I find Rumi? In what sense was it? I can't remember. So you are love. So you don't need love from the other person, right? You are love. I am love. How am I love? The answer this. How am I love? Ahem. Or the one wanting is the one who is, what does Rumi say? What do you want from Mrs. Manira Gulzar? Oh God, if it's love, then aren't you can't give love. You can't. It will never be enough if you don't realize you want love and you're saying you're not love. Can't be. That means you are lacking love. And no amount of love that would be greed from her will fulfill you. बेचारी को छोड़ दो, leave her alone. So you are what you're craving, you are. What did Rumi say? So, do you think you need love? Maybe you are it and you don't realize it. Like we crave a higher power, God. Maybe we are that and we don't realize it. Actually, maybe we want power, control. You are God. You are abundance. You are divine. What we crave is what we are, but we don't realize it. What we crave, like love, these kind of feelings that we crave for being loved or loving. Oh, I want her. I need her. Why do you need her? Why do you want her? Uh huh. Why are you missing her? Oh, I miss her like hell. Why? Do you feel like something is here? So I was doing all these contemplations in London. I don't know how, but I realized I talked myself to logically, like trying, you know, intellectually. Oh, I am love. But I think I came too quickly on that. But I've done Shakti Queen, when she said, "You have abundance. You are abundance." I was like, "Oh, that's in my religion, and God has given us abundance." Yes, so why not look at it this way? That we are abundance. There's nothing lacking. Like my aunt used to say, grandaunt, अल्लाह की कायनात में कोई कमी नहीं है. There's nothing lacking. And Shakti Queen, there's abundance. Allah ki kainat mein, there's nothing lacking in God's creation. Nothing lacking. Then Shakti Queen brought it into us by saying in her book that we are abundance. And then came out the secret, this, and the rabbit hole down, the secret, down by the rabbit hole. This energy that's there, this thing. If you knew what this was, you'd go for it like anything. It's there for you to explore. It's like abundance, Shakti Queens. Then I think the law of attraction and all this, just forget it, just dissolves. Perfect health. I'm in affirmation, yeah, but the reality is there. Car was stolen in St. Joseph's College. I'm in my car. I was thinking, because Shakti Queen's book, Creative Visualization, excuse me, I bought when in 1987, 88. So just empty. And the experience, perhaps it was because it went away. The emptiness. Like everything is just. I don't need anything. Nothing belongs to me. And this emptiness was so good. So good. I was detached, enjoying songs, not missing Miss Desai at all. In her past ex college, what's happened to me? This was the greatest miracle of my life. Nothing belongs to me, and I'm empty. And it was so great. It was the fruit of patience I'm holding in my hand. Now the world can throw anything at me, it wouldn't matter. It can do anything to me. But then it went away, I don't know. So it was quite an experience. It's like, being nothing. It's like nothingness I loved. Of nothingness, nothingness. But I realized, oh God, the me came back and all this. Still discovering like this, still at it. And so, oh God. So then I had to really lie down in contemplation and meditation in London and ask God that, can you please tell me what this is with Mrs. Munira Gulsar? And he said that you are reincarnated. So maybe I'm here and I'm not supposed to let go of Mrs. Munira Gulsar. And so I'm not supposed to be with her. But I think God wanted me to be with her. God even told me in my dream, do you want to see her when you get, uh, now or after you get your degree? And I said, after I get my degree. And I went to Pakistan, Karachi. And, after 6 months came my degree. It was late, the post, I don't know why, in the mail. And guess what? After I got my degree, a degree in my hand, then we've gone to our place. Such a miracle. My dream came true. God asked me in my dream. I was crying, going to High Street, Kensington, crying in my dream so badly. And God tells me, do you want to see her now? And then there was this silent thing that, if you keep patience, it will be good. It will be good. Now that was in 1997 in London. So if you keep patience now, but if you want to see her now, you can see her now. Like God will bring her, I mean, somehow. But if or after the degree, if you say after the degree, it will be so good. But then it became worse when I went back. I've had schizophrenia and what is this? So, like Shakti Gwain's book, this or something better, it's manifesting for the betterment of the whole world. I don't know why God will do this to me. Say that it would be so good if you just say after the degree. Okay, I'll see her after the degree. Okay, so this, I don't know why. Okay, so I leave you. It's this discovering. Let's see what happens next. For now, try to be in the what you are in pure awareness. There's no future. I mean, I can only say this to you. What I find is the best. I can only give you the best advice. although not realized in pure awareness, but working on it. However, I can leave you with the best advice that I know intellectually now. Maybe later on, completely in my being, realized. Okay, so have a wonderful, beautiful day. Live and let live. Die and let die. Hate and let hate. And when you hate and let hate, you just accept it. You don't kill. You don't kill people because you hate them. That's what I've seen. There was a time when this strong an emotion I felt I had against some people, but I was not bothered. They could spread false rumors against me, and I knew it. I wouldn't abuse them in my mind. Also, wouldn't say such a terrible, this. No, no. So that was my hate. Live, hate, and let hate. Accepting, and it gives you a certain sense of detachment. I don't know. It gave me this hate doesn't mean that you go killing and abusing and expressing your hatred. I think it just means to embrace your feelings as they are and to accept them. The anger, the rage, the hate. So live and let live. I leave you with that now. And a video with Arabic was music.